Hello, nieces and nephews. Where does the time go? It's week number 11, and I have not even finished setting up for the live stream yet. So if you bear with me for a half a second here, and I think I just messed things up. So, well, anyways, I'm here. So I'm just going to leave it on this and run with it the way it is. Andrew, great to see you here. It's week 11. This is critique week, and wow, I got a different type of presentation today. This is weird. I love it. It's a little distracting for me. And Andrew, you know what? I just came up with just recently, I'm going to share this, critique it because I love it. I've just figured out a way to make a vegan butter, and it isn't quite tasting exactly like butter, but it works just as well. I use coconut oil, and what you do is you take the coconut oil in a small portion, you add garlic powder to it until it just barely overpowers the taste of coconut, and that's the base for the butter. Add a little bit of nutritional yeast to it. And after that, to get the nice color of butter, a little bit of turmeric, and it's butter. I mean, you will have a hard time telling the difference between that and butter. And the only thing you got to remember to do is not to do what Uncle Bill just did and put it in the refrigerator, because then it comes out really hard. It'll harden at room temperature. So that's number one. I'm sharing that with you, my recipe. Now, the other thing that I'm going to share is I'm going to do a critique probably later in the week. There's this new software program that I've been kicking around, nieces and nephews. Uncle Bill has been trying out Volley.com. Yes, Volley.com. And if you want, I will get the link and stick it in the chat. And Stephen, great to see you here. And Bridget. And Bridget, I don't have my participants list up, so you're going to have to keep track of people today. And anyways, so that's number two is Volley.com. It's like Slack on steroids, but the thing is, if you don't know, it's a messaging asynchronous communication network, a lot like Zoom, except you aren't all together. You're in channels on spaces. I have my own personal space. Bridget and I talk back and forth all the time. I hope Bridget will chime in how much she likes or doesn't like Volley, and maybe I'll even interview her for the Volley critique. So that's number two, and Uncle Bill needs a swig of water because my mouth is dry. Just been a busy 2022. Can you believe it? Week number 11 already, and other things to critique, maybe. Now, this was number 3. I personally will not critique this, nor will I use it, because you want to know why? It's made out of plastic. This is good for doing sun tea, but if you have it out in the sun, it's plastic, and maybe that plastic would interact with the sun. I'd much prefer to have something like this made out of glass. So that's number 3 thing, crazy things from Uncle Bill's house that I'm sharing today. And Andrew, really, seriously, try that butter recipe of mine. It'll surprise you, because I was like thinking, I actually dreamed this last night, because I was like going butter. There's got to be a substitute for butter. And butter sometimes tastes a little bit like garlic. You add the garlic to the coconut oil. As soon as as soon as you don't have that aftertaste of coconut oil, you're there. Seeing as I was talking about plastic things, these guys, I bought these a while back. I was going to use them camping, and then I found some other camping dishes that worked better. Can't be used in the microwave. So you know where these guys are going? They're going away. That's where they're going. That's number, what, 3 or 4. Uncle Al, great to see you here. And you've got all sorts of interesting videos coming up with all that's going on in the world. We're going to be lucky if we aren't all glowing by the end of the year. And to keep your spirits up, Jerry Lewis. I just recently purchased this on Amazon. 20 movies, Jerry Lewis movies. I think it was like $40. It was well worth it, though, because I like Jerry Lewis. And these are all nicely packaged. And I like packaging. When they do packaging well, that helps. Actually, there was one problem. 2 of them were loose, as I remember. And I made sure to check all of them, that they all played well. There was just one that had a little hiccup, and that was only in the special features. That's number 4. And number 5. I love the product. I don't like the packaging. And the reason why I don't like the packaging is Team C's. Now, actually, this packaging does quite well in the fact that it protects the product. This is Sherry's Berries. And when you get Sherry's Berries, you basically get your own cooler with it. You could probably, what they should do is maybe either spend a little bit more money and actually glass the outside of the cardboard, or make it out of polyboard so that the thing can be reused over and over and over. The condition it is right now, you could probably get 20 uses out of that. I just wish there was a way to turn it back in, have them reuse it. It can't be an inexpensive thing, but man, think of all the pollution that thing causes. Team C's, they've pulled 32 million pounds of plastic out of the ocean so far. And that's just one organization that Mr. Beast and, oh God, Rober, I forgot, Mark Rober, I think it is. Sorry, Mark, if I forgot your first name. But Uncle Bill's got a little bit of fried brain from radiation. Hopefully we won't get any more fried brains later on. I've been given that recipe a few weeks ago. You're kidding me. The one I just gave you about coconut oil? I mean, I just literally thought it's, you know what it is? It's part of the collective conscious, because I did not see it online or anything, but somebody else must have thought up the idea at the same time. But the feel of coconut oil on the tongue is so close to butter. The only thing is there's that aftertaste of coconut that you get. I mean, it's very distinctive. When they use it in Asian cooking, they always have something to mask that taste. A little bit of soy sauce. And I was thinking garlic would be garlic powder. So somebody else is doing this exact same thing, huh? Well, anyways, we'll see. That's pretty much what's going on with Uncle Bill. Uncle Bill's going to be going camping this week sometime, and get my camping in at the, I want to say Moderna for some reason. I don't know why that's coming up to my it's Lake Morena. Moderna, there's, I think that was, I went to the Potrero campgrounds, and I will find out what Moderna is in my brain, probably around 2 o'clock in the afternoon or maybe 3. We'll figure it out. They added too much salt for my liking in the recipe. Actually, Andrew, I don't add any salt. I just use garlic powder, not garlic salt, garlic powder. And if you do that, and as soon as it gets to the point where, and I'm saying right close, you just add garlic powder to garlic oil. As soon as you know, it's like you let it sit for a while, and then you get it just to the point where, and you could actually stop before it gets to that point, because the garlic will kind of grow into the coconut oil. Then I do the nutritional yeast and the turmeric, and we're done. It's the easiest recipe I've ever seen for synthetic butter. And I'd be curious, what do you remember what channel it was on? Because that's funny. Here I thought, oh, Uncle Bill's got something brand new. Nobody else thought of it. Well, if it's one thing with life, you always find that there is no such thing as original thought, except for original thought. Oh, I know where I'm getting Moderna from. Yeah, thanks, Bridget. Yep, it was the vaccine. Moderna and Mirena sound a lot alike, and that is where I'm going, to Lake Morena. I'm going to spend a night there. My goal this year is to go to all of the campgrounds in San Diego County and critique them. That'll be on the Bill Dube Camper channel. Like I forgot to say in the beginning when we started off the show, because I literally, it was like 1:30 and I'm going, oh my, I haven't even set up, where we cook, we camp, we create, we critique, and we climb. Now, we're still going to do a little bit of discussion about that on this channel. I intend to do the things outside of those 5 areas on this channel. For instance, last week, I let out a stay under the 15 gigabyte limit on this channel, and I'm going to work at getting more production out this year. This is the year to make more videos. Also, to work at getting better quality videos out there. Anybody got, not from a channel. She works at the local supermarket and watches your channel. Okay, well, tell her that she thinks like I do. Except, is she using garlic salt instead of garlic powder? Because if she is, give her the recommendation about trying just garlic powder. It will be a game changer. The other thing that she can do to that butter is use nutritional yeast. You put a little bit of that in there, and it gives it that extra, what's called umani, that extra just little flavor, and maybe even a drop of soy sauce. I just literally did it this morning. Gonna do some trials and changes with that. And the turmeric is just for coloring, and it's all natural, which is one of the things I love about it. Garlic salt. Okay, well, tell her that Uncle Bill recommends garlic powder. I didn't use any salt in my recipe, and it tasted great. I mean, I can just imagine what garlic salt tastes like with that. You're right. It would overpower, because by the time you get to enough garlic, you're at the overload level of salt. Yeah, she'll be happy. I mean, when she tries it with the garlic powder, I bet she'll come back to you, Andrew, and say, oh, wow, that's a great recommendation. because it's from you. You can take full credit for it. Because isn't that, what is it? True artists don't rob, they steal, or something like that. I can't remember what the thing is exactly. Anybody got any questions? Uncle Al, I hope that you're feeling better. I know that you've had all sorts of visits with the doctor, and I just hope I can feel good too, because I still got 3 years to go for follow-up on cancer, which will be fun. I just had a couple of tests recently. You know, you can tell that we're all over 50, because it seems to be once you pass 50, stuff starts falling off or breaking down. This cup, by the way, is one of the best. It's I think a 16, it's either 16 or 18 ounces. It's one of the biggest insulated stainless steel cups you can get with a nice big wide mouth. I can put a whole thing of ramen in here, which is great. Still more visits and paperwork. Yes. Oh, paperwork. Uncle Bill finally found his TurboTax file. I forgot that if any of you ever do a computer program with your taxes, there's the PDF file that you save, but there's also a program specific file on TurboTax. I think it's literally called .tax. You lose that file and you are in trouble if you have any carryover tax, which Uncle Bill does, not tax, but credits. And I didn't want to lose all my credits, so I finally found my one from last year. And now I'll be able to do my taxes again this year. Bridget had egg salad. Both of you guys had egg salad sandwich. Woohoo! I love egg salad. Egg salad is great. And I have this little food processor that I love and can't remember the name of right now. It's wow, just my name function just went. I feel like the somebody hit the back of my head or something. It holds a whole 2 liters, and I paid a little over $45 for it, all stainless steel. The nice thing about it is it cleans super easy. If I have a gadget, that's one of my number one concerns is, well, 2 concerns. First one is it durable? No, third concern. Keep bumping them back. First concern with a cooking gadget, is it durable? Will it last? Second concern, does it do the job? Well, actually, first concern was, does it do the job? Durable, last. And third is easy to clean. Fourth is, does it store easily? And fifth is, I forgot what the fifth was, but is it cheap? Thrifty. Because the truth is, if it isn't durable, it isn't thrifty. Try Japanese sandwich shop in San Diego. Amazing egg sandwiches. I tell you one thing. If you want the recipe for chicken salad, Uncle Al makes the best chicken salad. Now, Andrew, I don't know because I haven't watched your chicken salad. I'm sure you have an excellent chicken salad too. I liked Uncle Al's because you do it all in the food processor, and I love doing things in the food processor. All right, let me see. What else do we got here going on? I think it's a cooking week. I was doing a lot of cooking this week. I I am going to be moving to trying to eat more fruits and vegetables. I bought a whole 2 bags of carrots yesterday, 4 pounds of them, the organic type. It's funny because yesterday in the store, I realized the epiphany went off in my head that the organic carrots actually are better. Well, I know they're better quality, but they actually were a better value too because they were a little bit bigger, although they cost a lot more. I figured there would be less waste because they were bigger, better formed. There wouldn't be as much lost on the peelings. I wouldn't have to peel them as much. I mean, actually, with organic foods, I heard you can just wash them and eat them. I don't do that with carrots, but I heard you can. 9 minutes. 9 minutes till high noon. Hey, how many of you guys, well, actually, Andrew, you don't have daylight savings time, do you? I don't think so. Hopefully we get rid of it soon. Either in California, I don't really care. Either take daylight savings time and stay on that, or take standard time and stay on that. But going back and forth, Uncle Bill does not like that. I got up this morning, it was dark out. I got up yesterday morning, it was nice and bright out. No, well, not yesterday morning, Saturday, because, well, yesterday it was nice and bright, but that's because I slept in. Samson's here. Just Samson. Whoa, great to see you here, buddy. I hope you're having a great day. And we're just swapping recipes. I was talking about my butter recipe. I was surprised that Andrew had also gotten one that was really similar. I use garlic powder. In Andrew's recipe that he got, it was with garlic salt. You take coconut butter, you mix in garlic powder on my recipe, and you just mix it in until you don't taste the coconut aftertaste in the oil. I found that, like, maybe for a quarter cup of coconut oil, you could try maybe a half a teaspoon of garlic powder to start with. I'm going to get it so that I have it actually ironed out exactly. I dreamt it last night, and then I executed it this morning, and I put it on some toast, and I go, whoa, this is so close to butter. That's what we're going to call this. I'm surprised it's not out in commercial version. And you do it until you get it just up to the flavor where you just taste, you don't taste the coconut anymore. You just take a smidgen of garlic, or just where you think it's just about there. Because if you let it sit and rest, the garlic will go through the oil even more. After that, you just add a little bit of nutritional yeast to it and turmeric for coloring. And it's delicious. It works great. And I'm going to find out what the nutritional value is. I've always heard that coconut oil is a good nutritional thing, both for your brain and other things, and less linked to cardiac disease like butter is, because butter is like the triple bypass food. All right. We had some today, the first in 6 days. Oh, sun. Wow. So sorry to hear that. You know, that brings back memories of childhood. I grew up in Syracuse, New York. I find out years later in college that one of the reasons why we had such garbage weather there was that the Army and the Navy, well, the Air Force was conducting meteorological experiments in the atmosphere, seeing if they could actually change the weather patterns. And they did. We had garbage weather. Not only that, a lot of rain, because they could actually make rain. You can see the clouds and make rain. Lord knows what the governments will be using that type of knowledge for in the future. I mean, that's been around for years and years and years. And it's all pretty secretive, but I learned about it in college. Hope you're doing well. Yes, Samson, I had some follow-up for cancer, and I'm two years, almost 2 years cancer-free now. I'll be going on 3 years next year. The follow-up is once every 6 months I get checked. I keep wearing I love these things. These are circular bandanas, keep my neck nice and warm. Every morning I start off with a half an hour lymphatic massage where I don this helmet-like thing that goes over there and the chest, and it uses air pressure and it gives me a lymphatic massage to move the lymph through all my glands and everything, because they destroyed a lot of the lymph in my throat. As a matter of fact, when you scope my throat now, you don't even see tonsils because they're no longer there. They fried them out. So, yeah, we keep going. Yep. Just like an Variety battery. Samson, are you going to I think they have a conference in San Diego this week that started on Sunday. It's the network marketing, or not network marketing. What's it called? Communication marketing, something like that. I wonder if Pat's going to that. Pat Flynn. It'll be interesting. I'm not going to it. I'm going camping. My goal is to camp at all of the county-run campsites by the end of the year. I think there's one of them that only takes RVs, so I might rent an RV this year. Cravat? Well, what I can do is go like this and make it into a cravat. Ta-da! Great to keep. These are the most versatile things. The Darwin on the Trails was the one who turned me on to these about 2.5. Well, I've had cancer, so about 2.5 years ago, he was talking about these. And the great thing about them are if you forget your handkerchief, and that's why I have 2 of them. 2 reasons. 1, it keeps my neck warmer, and 2, I can always take one off and use it as a handkerchief if I forget my handkerchief for the day. Please hit the button. Oh, Uncle Al, you are my pal. Thank you, everybody. Everybody do hit that like button. And I wonder, this is the first time the screen looks so much bigger to me. I don't know what it is. It's my dementia is just totally kicking in today. I was talking with my mom, so maybe some of it rubbed off. And done. Thank you, everybody. And you know what? It's 2:00. I love you all. Thanks for dropping in. And check out later on this week, we're going to have that critique on volley, and that should be fun. Check out my critique channel. Oh yeah, it's going to be on the critique channel. What am I going to put on this channel? Anybody got any suggestions? Maybe I'll do the butter recipe, because that's not really cooking. That's more like mixing up something. So I will do that. I will put the butter recipe of Uncle Bill's, I can't believe it's not butter, coconut butter. Talk to you all later. Love you. Bye-bye.